listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the pod. We are back. As you can tell, there is a lot happening because we are pretty well, a good portion of the Party Nerds crew just so happened to be doing a special advance preview of the new Superman movie. And once again, we apologize for the lateness. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna let you just.
Maybe Jorge doesn't want to apologize, man. Maybe it's something like that, you know. But July 11th, of course, this is the week that Fantastic Four gets released in theaters. We obviously didn't get an advanced showing of that, so that might have been something a little bit more secretive.
Are you sure? I thought it was the end of the month.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the end of the month for that. It's July 11th. It's for Superman. So.
Yeah,
that's something. Again, for those that.
Well, maybe I'm saying that wrong. Maybe it's Superman at the end of the week.
There you go.
And then it's Fantastic Four at the end of the month.
There you go.
Mark, what's going on, brother? So the big thing that I had a chance to listen to you and Haas talk about the first 3 episodes of Ironheart, and I realized the disdain. The latter 3 episodes changed me up because a certain entity who we've been talking about in the MCU for probably since its existence showed his face. As a matter of fact, the speculation of sorcery being brought up in these episodes, the aspect of witches that were showing up in most of the episodes started to appear in this because what Riri realized was the fact that she couldn't fight the supernatural without the use of magic. So she found somebody who was a witch or practicing witch who also did a lot of studying in Kamatage, and it actually was Freddy from a different world, which I appreciate. Cree Summer, you know, just putting that out there in the world. I'm sorry, I'm black. Cree Summer is like somebody to me, you know. So, but what's up, Toasted Atlas? So realizing that Riri couldn't fight magic with technology, of course, drew this little bit of a conflict. So when she got through this whole aspect of the supernatural and met up with this particular witch who did a conjuring spell on her uniform and basically, I guess, gave her a protection spell, right? And the only ways to basically defend herself against the Hood because of the supernatural. What's up, Biggs? Because of the supernatural that was pretty much that she was going to be battling. And it turned out that somebody was watching the whole time because the Hood had made a deal. And the reason that he got the Hood, and this is also something from the comics, the Hood is actually, of course, a Marvel comic book character who essentially, just like a lot of other prominent Marvel comic book characters, made a specific deal with a known devilish entity by the name of Mephisto, who's been, of course, rattled throughout a lot of the MCU existence as to, you know, he is the incarnation of the devil in Marvel Comics. But as a matter of fact, what is it? Brave New Day or One Fine Day, Spider-Man was the fact that what was the comic book storyline. So if anybody watched the last Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, the deal that he made was for like people not to know who he was at the end of that movie. In the MCU, that's made with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange does a spell, blah blah blah, boom, done. In the comics, it's Mephisto, and it starts a whole rattling of backward shit. It was actually not a well-received comic. Yeah, one more day. Sorry, Toasted Atlas. So it wasn't a well-received comic, but the thing is that whole parallel of that storyline became the screenplay for No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah, so that became the screenplay for that. So when we're getting to this particular, storyline and everything like that, you realize that there is puppets out there on Earth. And the thing is, Mephisto just comes off cool as fuck. The dialogue that they give Baron Sacha Cohen, and thank God it's somebody like him playing Mephisto, who is telling not only the hood, but also at the end of the episodes telling Riri, you know, I've made deals with 14 kings, about like 30 politicians, about 6 billionaires, and they've all pretty much ran through me. And I pretty much secure the power around the world because of people that want power. I did like the name. I did like the change from Dormammu to Mephisto because the witch in, like, I think it was the 4th episode, brought up the fact that there's known entities that the sorcerers of Kamatage were basically going against, and she brought up the whole battle or who the Sorcerer Supremes were battling in the first Doctor Strange movie. Who they were battling? Dormammu. Doctor Strange's first battle at the end of the first Doctor Strange movie was with Dormammu.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up his name, and Ironheart, he was like, that dude couldn't wipe my ass if he wanted to. And I was like, and Dormammu is a high, he is a high entity, like a high powerful entity. And for him to just like sit there and be like, yo, that dude couldn't wipe my ass if he wanted to. And it's like he's not sitting there showcasing his powers, but the thing is, just from the dialogue alone, you understand that like this dude just carries this much weight.
So basically, long story short, he was aura farming, is what it sounds like, and that's what it came out to be. Because I haven't, I like maybe some others. I didn't watch the rest of it. I will, but from what you're explaining, sounds like he was aura farming. The brother just exudes, I'm the shit.
Well, okay, so you got to break that down for me, Ralphie. I'm old.
Right, I forgot the
Sorry
age
about that,
gap
yeah.
here.
There's
Okay,
there's a big age gap.
right. So, aura farming. How can I explain? Basically, he has that. He got that stuff. Basically, is what I'm
He
trying to
didn't
say.
have to
You
do
know
it.
that the golden. You remember in the Last Dragon, the golden aura.
Okay.
Basically, that's what aura farming is. He's just basically there, just exuding aura, saying like, yeah, he couldn't.
Okay.
He couldn't handle me on even a
Okay,
whole
that's what that means. Then yes,
There it is.
that's exactly what he's doing. What's up, Everett?
Jesus.
So Mark even said, he said, I took it as he was just talking shit. Yes, the whole time, the 2 episodes, all he did was talk shit about how big and bad he was. But the thing is also the fact that, in conclusion, he made deals. So he made that deal with the hood, and he was like, it's like, you want something, I need something from you. And the thing is, the something that he needed never came to fruition. He just wanted like this big set of power, right? But all in all, Mephisto's always 10 steps ahead. He knew that Riri was in contact with, what's his face, the hood. So it's like the second he started talking to Riri, he was like, I needed somebody like you for a very long time. Somebody exceptional, somebody with a brain like yours, a once in a generation mind. So it was like, when he said that, it was like, oh, this motherfucker's 10 steps ahead. He never wanted the hood. He wanted Riri because the hood was in contact with Riri. And unfortunately, I mean, you ain't see episode 6, did you?
No, you can go ahead though at this point.
Oh man! So the biggest thing is she, because of the sorcery that was given to the suit that the Riri suit, she lost her AI, and of course her AI was Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest thing for her is she didn't want to lose that connection because she was still living in grief. So she wanted that back. So it's like, when that whole thing pretty much got what? Batman and this is Jorge from the Void. Batman and Mephisto both had prep time. Who wins? I'm giving
Mephisto.
it 10 times over Sunday. I don't. He said that undefeatable. Not. I don't care if he got to go through hell. Ain't no way Bruce Wayne had jumped into hell. It was like, I already know what this motherfucker's up to. I got him down to a science. I'm so rich, I can go to hell and come back. No, look, Everett. I watched their episode. I watched Ralphie and Haas's episode, and they were going in on Riri and them.
It wasn't. It was enough to sit there and say I didn't like the dialogue. Again, cinematography, D level acting. It was just.
What's up, Drake? Yeah, true. And the thing is, look, very warranted those first 3 episodes because it was a lot of basically dialogue as to who she is. A lot of people were like nitpicking over the fact that she was a criminal. I'm like, you know how many fucking characters they've made criminals before they started being heroes in the MCU? All of the Guardians of the Galaxy, criminals, and then became heroes. Scott Lang, thief, went to jail, then started to be a hero. So, you know, this is not a new dialogue driven story.
I mean, obviously, Tony Stark was an arms dealer.
Straight up.
Straight up arms dealer.
Full blown global terrorist, if you want to call it that. So Riri just being a common criminal, just knocking off some banks and getting some government contracting or anything with the help of the Hood. War, absolutely. Iron Man is a war criminal. So the thing is, the whole Riri transitioning from a criminal to a hero and everything like that. But the thing is, they absolutely they would just hate
big.
No, like, that's absolutely right.
No.
Yes, they was.
No. Wow.
Yes,
y'all gonna get me out. It was the dialogue, and y'all can sit there and try to dance around it all you want, but the dialogue was just meh. Okay, it just wasn't here. It has nothing to do with Riri. I'm here for Riri. I was a part of the whole. We're gonna see this.
Ralphie, was it a little too much Ebonics?
Here you go. Here you go. All I'm saying, here you go. No,
a whole lot of Negro coming out of her verbiage, and I wasn't having that.
At no point was it, and especially if you watched again, you heard the certain things that I was just like, kind of like, this is kind of like tacky, whatever the case would be, whatever. But again, if it ended off cool, I'll sit there and watch it. But you're not gonna don't put me there.
Look,
that was not me.
Andre said the dialogue was written by white folks and 2 Asians.
Thank you, Dre. Somebody was gonna say it, not me. Dre. Thank you, Dre.
But the biggest thing at this, in the midst of all the grief that Riri went throughout probably like the first 5 episodes, right? The thing that caught up to her is that she doesn't want anybody else in her tribe to get hurt. She'll take the brunt of the pain. She made the deal with Mephisto to get her girl back, to get Natalie back. And it was all so it like never happened. He said, man, Ralphie, don't switch up now. That's not how you say it last week.
You see, this is why I won't go out in public with y'all, because y'all gonna get me in trouble. I didn't say all that. Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
Well, who was it? Was it Haas?
We were just saying again that it was just certain parts of it. It wasn't. Don't put me in that damn pool.
He said, I got you, Ralphie. White folks still think if a young black girl has the ability to create Iron Man outfits, the Hood wouldn't stand behind her. The Hood. He didn't mean the character. He meant the Hood. He said, maybe I was blinded by the Chicago setting, but I didn't see an issue with the dialogue. Neither did I.
Really, I was just watching blindly. But whatever.
My problem was the pacing. And that's okay. I'm okay when pacing is a little bit slow because I can get through it, because I understand if you're going to have 6 issues, something has to happen at some point in time. There has to be like a turning point or basically a mid episode conflict. So between 3 and 4, once you realize that sorcery was at play, which we kind of figured because the Hood was involved, that's when it started to get interesting. And then when you found out that the origins of the Hood were based on the devilish intentions of Mephisto, but not that Mephisto wanted the Hood, he always wanted Riri. I'll get you the Hood because it's going to make you closer to her. He already understands the lapse of time and everything like that. He knew that Riri was going to end up back in Chicago. He knew that she needed some money. She was broke as shit. and then figuring out a way for her to basically find a way into this little clique to where she was doing some illegal activities, and it drew her to this team. All the while, he's puppeting the whole fucking thing. So that's what I got out of that. I was like, this is a Mephisto show. This is all the dealings from episode 1 to episode 5. This is not an Ironheart show. This is a Mephisto puppet string show.
But this is the thing, and this is kind of like what we were saying in the last show, is like, is it really necessary to waste a character of Mephisto in this little ensemble of Ironheart? Because you've stated it, he's an extremely thought-provoking, powerful individual, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That you utilize this character on somebody that we don't necessarily need. Like,
Okay.
I'm not sitting there taking away from Ironheart.
I'll take
You were
it.
saying that she's a good, like, maybe like the comedic base or like a side character, whatever the case may be. But to take such of a powerful villain and to reduce it down to an Ironheart level doesn't necessarily make sense, because it's like, yeah, you literally just
Okay.
threw it away.
I'll say it like this. She is now cursed the same way that the Hood was, right? That literally at the end of episode 6, she is cursed the way that the Hood is. She's starting to basically turn into a demon given to her by Mephisto. So look at it like this. She is now in crisis mode. Somebody has to save her. Who? And the thing is that I'm going to be a major character in the MCU that we probably already know. Maybe somebody like Agatha. He said they should have introduced Mephisto into Agatha. So, but the thing is, Agatha is now dead. But the thing is, some of the other witches, even though she's like a ghost or anything like that, but the big portion of this could be driven to the fact that you insert Mephisto in a small character. He's now in the MCU. But the thing is, he wants her mind. He wants her intelligent genius that she wants in order to conquer power over the world. He knows she's a genius. She can build shit off of a whim. She literally took apart a car and made a suit. So genius level intellect, what can you do with that if you plot it correctly? So if he's using her as a puppet to infiltrate the rest of the MCU characters whatsoever, however they play this out, when we get into the mutant saga or anything like that, or maybe in the Doomsday, don't know who else is going to fucking pop up, right? But the thing is, this is Mephisto being introduced before Doomsday now has a little bit more intention, because what is the big plan at play?
So are we saying now the shows are essentially making its way into what the cinematic universe is? Is that what we're basically saying?
It's possible.
Who has arrived?
What's up, man? What's up, man? We were going to get to the next segment, because the next segment was going to involve your non-spoiler review of what you just watched.
Fucking up some popcorn.
Yeah, all here. I hear chewing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I hear chewing, a radio, and chirping.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second.
He be having whatever snacks. He just be fucking it up in front of us.
It's kind of like it's the episode with the crab legs again. Look, ever said that Mephisto wanted that black girl magic.
Everett.
Right. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Everett right now gives me that he got Negro.
Oh my god.
he got Dex.
Hi, did you watch the last 3 episodes of Ironheart?
I did. Give me 1 second. I think the rest of the nerds are in the parking lot. Hold on a second. I'm about to.
What you about to run up on folks and tell them they on the podcast?
Yeah, I can hear voices. Hold on a second.
Oh, hey, listen, everybody that's up in here in the chat, you're about to get privileged with the rest of the party nerds.
No, it's a non-spoiler review. If you look, Mr. Big says it's jungle fever between Mephisto and Riri. God.
Hey, yo, look who I found. Well, not really found. He's already here.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hey.
A light-skinned dude and a darky dark.
All right. All right.
Yo,
What's up, Jerv?
Yeah.
What's going on, brother? How was Superman? How was Superman?
That was Superman.
It was fire. Straight fire.
Straight fire.
Straight fire.
Oh my God.
And that's saying a lot from Jerv.
Yeah, that's saying a lot from Jerv.
Straight fire.
Yeah, wait. So I'm about to say, if Haas says that it's like overly positive, which he always does, you're actually agreeing?
Yep. Straight fire. Haas got
Wow.
Yo, not for nothing. When they asked me, it was so good. I was just like, I'm not sure if it's really that good or am I tripping. So when they asked me, I was like,
You don't want to say if it's good.
at least it's a 9.
Yeah, not for real.
It's a 9.
It's James Gunn at his finest, man.
Woo!
Yeah.
There it is, people.
Yeah, it should be the one movie this summer.
Easy,
Look, I'm down.
easy, man.
Look,
I'm not gonna hold the curve up, man.
Ever said the throwback podcast cameos lately have been great. Dev been on.
There it is. Throwback. Dev.
Big said, I thought that was Lexington Steele in the window.
Lexington Steele.
Here these guys go.
Yo, man. All right, man. I'm gonna let Jerv do his thing, man.
Jerv, good seeing you, brother.
All right.
Go, man.
Absolutely, man. It's been a pleasure.
Up soon.
Peace.
Yes, sir. So the Superman hype is real.
Yo, I'm telling you right now. I'm glad Jerv was right there for y'all to see, so y'all wouldn't just think I'm just saying shit. It really is that good. And you know how I've been talking, like, you know what? I think DC got it together. They might be taking over for Marvel. They might be taking over for Marvel, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh my God.
They might be taking it.
Now I can't wait to see this shit.
They might be taking over, man. I'm gonna get to a parking spot, so I'm not driving and talking. So give me a second.
All right, that's fine.
Especially since he wants to finish up his snack.
Yeah, because well, look, man, he had the popcorn. He had to take it.
He was fucking up the popcorn.
I apologize.
So who was it? It was Jerv, Darnell,
your boy Ed.
Your boy Ed.
Yep.
That was
AJ.
That was us.
Wait. Hold on. Before I continue, are you wearing a cape?
I am. I got one now. I got one. I got a cape.
I saw Velcro on his neck.
It was the hype. He was so happy. You got a cape.
The movie's so good, I got a cape.
This movie's so good, you got a cape. Wait, did you get the popcorn bucket?
No, they didn't have. It wasn't available.
I'm so glad because you might have bought it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! All right, who? All right, I won't ask you too much. Who stole the show? What character?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
What?
You're gonna like this because he's finally comic book accurate.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of the smartest people, one of the smartest human beings. Well, actually, one of the smartest
in comics.
In comics, yeah, they finally got it right.
Oh my God, that is actually great news.
They finally got it right, man.
As you can see here, reporting live via satellite, Haas.
Yeah,
at the AMC.
Don't mind me.
At the AMC in King of Prussia. After
actually we're in Ben Salem.
It was Ben Salem.
Ben Salem. Oh,
yeah.
Well,
we went to the AMC in Ben Salem.
Oh, well, you better get out of there. It's a sundown town.
Before I got here, I took my kids to Chuck E. Cheese in Northeast.
Oh, you are brave.
Good times.
You are brave.
I mean, come on, man. We're just from Philly, so I'm good.
I got you.
but
yeah,
I should have never left that main parking spot. But
yeah, it was good.
The movie itself, I mean, I'm not going to give anything away.
Okay.
But I will say it's very original in a lot of the meat of the movie. A lot of original stuff that we haven't seen before as far as what you get from a superhero flick.
Yeah.
There's a big nostalgia factor. It borrows the vibes of the original Superman movies.
The Christopher Reeve ones.
Yeah, from the first two, like the original first two.
Yeah,
Bro,
not 3 or 4.
Now we're playing with my. I don't know.
About 3, 4, or in that piece of crap that happened in like 2006 or something.
It's okay, Ralphie. Richard Pryor was in one of the Superman movies. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah. So, what am I saying? Oh, yeah. So it borrows nostalgia and vibes from that, but also very modernized. So it takes from like the Man of Steel era, Henry Cavill was. So it's still very modernized. Realism, how Superman would be in the world today, and how he would be viewed.
Okay.
And the he makes, and when he should intervene and when he shouldn't intervene.
Is that the global conflict storyline? I guess.
Yeah. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is fantastic. He is fantastic, and I mean, he has that. It's and Darnell said this himself, so I'm not taking credit for this quote, but it's very accurate. It is a tale between an empath and a narcissist.
Oh,
this is coming out Darnell's mouth, and
okay.
So you're going to see that throughout the film. Lex is as obsessed with Superman as he is in the comics.
Yeah,
obsessed, downright crazy. Crypto steals the show also
because it's the dog.
Kids. As a matter of fact, kids are gonna love this film.
Really?
They're gonna love. So I brought my 5 and my 7-year-old.
Okay.
They love.
I'm about to say the thing is one of the big gripes about the Zack Snyder Supermans is that it wasn't really all ages like a Superman movie should be.
Yeah. So the Man of Steel era, the Zack Snyder era, that Superman was very adult, right? Just grown. It's a grown. It's for grown people to watch that Superman, I
appreciate it.
Right?
I still like that movie.
But what this movie does, what this Superman film does, is still make it very adult, but also make it very attractive to the youth. So you still get, he's not like, this Superman's not corny, but they still gave him like lighthearted vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still very like Clark Kent is Clark Kent. He's not like the Clark Kent that we got with Henry Cavill was very serious, and basically you couldn't really tell the persona. It was basically his persona as Superman, just in regular clothes.
Oh my god!
Clark Kent is a whole different character than Superman.
Do they make an explanation as to how people don't know it's Superman with the glasses on?
Yes,
they do.
Save it for the movie when y'all watch.
Wow.
Save it for when y'all watch it.
Because I was about to say, and that's the one thing that I always hope that they point out. It was like
they did. Attention to detail. I'm gonna give this film a lot of attention to detail. You watch if you watch all the Superman movies from before, all of them.
Yeah, they for one, Andre said, "What up, Haas?
What's up?"
And Everett said, "Was Lex an angry Republican like he was in the trailer?"
Worse. Worse. And I can't give you detail, but worse, even worse.
Oh my god.
Like, I mean, Lex was unhinged.
So can you
Lex Luthor on in action, like in with actors in live action.
Yeah.
Live action, I haven't seen this Lex Luthor unhinged before.
Oh.
So can we admit then on here, based off of just what you said right there, that James Gunn is the key? Because not to sit there and say, because based off of what you said about the lightheartedness from there and finding, like you said, the mesh and all that. And again, he did that with Guardians of the Galaxy. Are we admitting that James Gunn literally has the key and
he has the blueprint?
Yeah, like I said, he has the one that he does.
You brought up.
It sounds like it.
Point,
Ralph, he's the key.
He has the blueprint, and not only has the blueprint, he made sure. And this is, and Jay, you're gonna appreciate this too. He made sure there was a difference in tone and in the visuals for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Universe. You can tell, like, you're not going to get it confused, like, oh, we're in the MCU. It seems like we're in the MCU. No. Just like in the comics, DC has way more. I mean, you want to talk about maybe 90% of Earth in DC is fake cities, fake.
Oh yeah.
Fake,
Central City,
So
Star City, all that.
Where
Gotham.
Marvel, you want to say 90% of it, they use
New York, LA,
cities,
they use Chicago. Yep.
Right. So you know, as you're watching, that you're in a whole different universe. This is not Marvel, but yet what they did have from Marvel is quality, and that's what you look for. You're looking for the quality. Like, can they? Yes. I'm sorry, I'm on the podcast. Give me a minute.
But for one, I appreciate the commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah, word.
The greasy buttery fingers and the cape are selling it.
I want because we need y'all got to go out and watch this film, man. It is the quality that I've been preaching for, that I think James Gunn was going to deliver, and he did that.
Okay.
There's so much more I want to talk about, but I can't wait for our spoiler review, and we can really
Which will be next week.
We can really dip and dive in that. So right now, and I'm only giving it a 9 right now because it deserves a second watch to see if it's better than a 9.
Okay.
It will sit at a 9 at least.
That's fine.
And that is an A. So I'm telling you right there. And I haven't seen Jerv like this in a long time.
Yeah, because I was expecting Jerv to be like, yo, shit's whack.
When
garbage juice.
When they asked, I was confused. I was like, did I really just watch a really good DC film? Like, really good. Like, and it was Superman? Like, Darnell asked me, I was like, I was like, how do I rank? Like, I had to believe what I was watching.
I'm not tripping.
It was.
The what?
Believe what I just watched.
Okay.
I will say this though. Y'all can stay for the post-credit scenes.
And there is post-credit scenes. How many?
2. But there's not a lot of significance to them.
Okay.
Yeah, stay, but it doesn't mean like it's not world building. Put it that way.
Okay.
Right.
So there's nothing connective.
Yeah, you can stay.
Or is there in the movie something connective that could lead to something else?
There's a couple things. Also the end of the run of the movie, like the true, like before we hit credits. Yeah. Definitely want to. There's definitely something there that's definitely super dope that I appreciated. And I think everybody in the theater appreciated it too. Like, it was dope. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Lois was dope. Lois was definitely dope. And
well, that one scene where like she interviews him. Everybody was talking about that. That's intense.
Great. I'm not even going to talk about it. That was great. That was great. It was great. And there's a lot. The best thing about it, there's a lot more to that. So what we seen in the trailer, we got a whole lot of movie.
Okay. Good. Then we didn't see shit in the trailer.
We seen shit, but we ain't seen shit. Put it that way.
Good.
We didn't put it that way. Because you can't see the trailers and then try to put the movie together. You cannot. Okay. You can't. James Gunn did an excellent job. Now, on the 3 episodes, they were a lot better, but they were only better. And I'm talking about as a whole, because I don't even know if
he's talking about Ironheart, y'all.
I don't know if 4 and 5 was that good.
Oh, okay.
But the last episode was pretty good. Definitely the best episode of the series. Definitely. Oh, give me 2 minutes and we out of this joint. Definitely leaves more to, like, this show should never get a sequel, but
probably not.
But I would like to see. And
I think we're going to see that. You're going to see it. We're going to see exactly. No, I mean, we're going to see exactly what he's using her for.
Yeah. So, this show would be better, and it would be an actual good show if they just ran with that Mephisto storyline
instead of using the hood at all.
I mean, they could have used the hood to get there, but it took too long to get there because there was a lot of.
My problem was with pacing. That was my own problem.
A lot of unnecessary episodes that we went through just to finally get to that part. That's what really, that was the interesting thing about the show, was the Mephisto.
Yeah.
And the way they did it. They did him right.
Mm-hmm.
They just did him too late. And he can't save the show.
Mm-hmm.
The show, to me, still is not a good show. It's a better, the last 3 episodes, which is really just the last episode, but the 4 and 5 was better than the first 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the back end of the show is better, but it's still not a good show.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue still sucks. It's forced.
Let's see the quotes from last week.
To hear the slang and all that, like they want to make sure they tap on that. Like but the Mephisto aspect and the way Riri Williams takes the bait and it's like, you know what? I want you. I'm gonna make that deal with you. That was dope.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, it's like it was an offer she couldn't refuse because she's been going through grief the entire series.
She could have refused that. She could have refused that. She could have got the guy back.
Look, you think she could have got the AI back now that the sorcery took over her entire suit?
Well, I don't know, but she's smart enough to figure it out.
Sorcery.
Smart enough to figure it out, bro.
Okay.
I think
well,
she.
I got from last week. Big said just hating on that black woman. Mark said this show is definitely a definite sleeper, and Andre said the dialogue was written by white folks and 2 Asians.
Ralphie, what did I say last week? A bunch of white folks sat there and wrote what they thought black people would say.
And we were kind of accurate with that. But again, if I say anything, it's racist, Ralphie. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit this one out. I'm gonna sit this one out.
So
that's he was getting on you.
I give it a 4.
Now, would you say that they would have been better served if they introduced Mephisto in the Agatha show rather than this show?
Oh my God, Agatha was a really good show. Like that's like a 9 or 10.
But if they introduced Mephisto at the end of that show,
that's been an 11.
And see, that's a D+ character that literally got turned into that character.
Exactly. But that's also the problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, we can pull off Agatha. That means we can pull off somebody. No, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
Agatha rides all the coattails of Wanda.
Wanda. It seems like anything that rides off of Wanda does well.
Yeah. So it's like, all right. But, Iron Man only worked because it was Robert Downey Jr.
That's it.
So to duplicate what Iron Man does with another character, it's not going to work. A lot of what Tony Stark in the comics morphed into Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, now because the old Iron Man comics, they suck.
Exactly.
There is no particular what is it? Lightning in a bottle? That's like the only Iron Man comic that everybody knows.
Yeah. So Iron Man is actually one of the most. He's probably the most popular C-list character to ever hit live action.
Absolutely. I would say Captain America is a very close second because Captain America comics suck too.
Cap is a close second, but Cap was still recognizable everywhere.
True. And the thing is, they made Cap almost to the T. They made Captain America cool, which don't happen.
Which is, I mean,
that was a big fucking task,
an impossible task. So for Iron Man to actually hit was a surprise because if you're not into the comics, if you didn't watch the shows, you don't really either you don't care for Iron Man or you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
So the fact that Robert Downey Jr. had to own that character and turned him into a household name and turned him into the glue of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I mean, it was a miracle. And then that allowed Thor and Captain America and Black Widow,
of course,
and it allowed them to.
He's the first indicator of the team.
Exactly. So we actually got an Avengers team that outside of basically the Hulk,
hmm
didn't really have a fan base.
Well, Everett said Ironheart was supposed to ride off the coattails of Wanda too, right?
No, absolutely not. Because we got Riri Williams in Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. So she's more closely related to that whole side because they wanted to insert her over there.
Yeah,
As another intellectual black girl being brought to Wakanda almost like on some weird ass internship.
yeah. And Riri she's not a hero. So
Oh, you gonna call her a criminal?
she's not a hero
Well,
because she literally she did shit for her own ego.
mm-hmm.
Like
I mean, when she helped out
Isn't
Wakanda,
that like the only thing to do?
when
But
she
Tony-
helped out Wakanda, that
Tony-
wasn't a hero thing.
Tony wanted to protect the whole world. Riri wanted her shit together.
Yeah.
Difference.
I'm broke. Tony Rich.
Only rich, but Tony actually cared about the world. He cared about the planet. He wanted to put a whole
Shield around the planet.
come on.
But you got to remember, she's still a child as well, too.
No, she's
so
grown. Don't give her
19. 19.
that's still a child. Your
She's
brain
grown.
isn't developed until 25.
She lived, man, with the kind of law she got. She got it. She done lived. All right? Bro.
No kid outside of Peter Parker is really looking at an aspect of, oh, I can save the world and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
no.
So she's in it for self, bro. Like she wasn't even taking school serious. Like
Okay, so I see what Everett's saying. Everett said I'm talking about the magic aspect. So now that she's basically half tech, half magic, does that now implement her to be actually being rescued by somebody from the magic side of things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
well, I will say this. Her magic is red like chaos magic.
Yo, Everett said, would you rather see Riri sell dope highs?
No, I want her doing good shit. Like the fuck, get that damn job at that tech company and make $200,000 a year. The fuck? Why can't why she got to have a stepdad? Why can't she just have a great job? Why can't she be an IT somewhere and then on her spare time she works on her Iron Man suit? Like why she gotta? You know what? I gotta do what I gotta do to get what I want to get where I want to get at. No, damn.
Because Google isn't hiring DEIs now, man.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I'm just look. This
Yeah, they don't want. Listen, man, they don't want black people to be to do good shit, bro. They don't. They
he
want.
said she gonna be Calvin from McDonald's.
They wanted her ass from Chicago to be just as grimy as some of them up in Chicago, and not the good people in Chicago. I'm talking about the grimy ones now. They wanted. Oh, she gotta get her hands. Why her hands gotta get dirty? That's what I'm saying, bro.
Scott Lang got his hands dirty.
Who?
Scott Lang was a thief.
And he did time.
He did
He
time.
did time.
He did a
went
lot
to
of
prison.
time.
That's right. He did prison. Thank God.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Damn.
They said Bruce Banner is wanted for multiple acts of terrorism.
Just to give you a heads up, because
really-
he wanted to ask this question to you, Haas. Batman
That-
versus Mephisto both have prep time. Who wins?
Wait,
This is gonna be-
what?
He
He
said
brought this
Batman
back
versus
up.
Mephisto both had prep time. Who wins? This is Jorge.
Oh wait, Jorge said who? But
Batman versus Mephisto both had prep time. Who wins?
did he say Ant-Man?
Batman.
No,
Oh,
Batman.
Oh, please, Batman's out of this game, bro.
That's what I said. He's thinking that Batman got enough money to go to hell and defeat Mephisto.
No. That's one battle Batman's gonna lose. I'm sorry. No prep time. There's no prep. Bruce Wayne, as smart as Bruce Wayne is, he ain't that smart. He ain't that smart.
Yeah, Mephisto would just make sure he never existed.
Yeah, like Mephisto brought her homegirl back in full form,
Like nothing ever happened.
like nothing ever happened.
But she brought her back, but didn't bring her stepdad back.
Yeah, Mephisto has to fight entities like Dormammu, which he laughed at.
Yeah, he did laugh at that. He said he couldn't beat my ass.
Eternity, God, like that's who Mephisto.
Look, Mark said it. He said this is exactly what he was saying last week.
Am I lying?
He said, I understand what he's saying. I hate sometimes how they portray black people because we are not all the same.
We're not.
That's true.
I don't want us getting our hands dirty on every show just to make it. Like, damn, bro. Like,
Just gotta make it. Just gotta make it.
No.
In shorty.
No.
Why can't she just come out the hood and just be good? Like, she don't have to be like, she could just be good and very smart and
Nah, she got kicked out of college, yo.
yeah, like
Selling homework for hire.
yeah, dog, she is grimy. Do y'all understand how grimy she is? She is grimy. She can't be trusted.
This is the person that you see that you feel.
Ever said that Remy is a goon.
Her morality is fucked up. She done brought back her friend in AI form, and her brother was fucking petrified of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Ain't never seen no shit like
And
that.
that's supposed to be her crush.
Yeah.
And his mental health is crazy, and he needs help. He needs to talk to somebody.
Well, obviously, we got two different aspects of this. We do got to get to the main topic because we were going to talk about Fantastic Four, and we got all these damn comments.
All right, I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna mute, but when I talk, I'm gonna mute it. But I'm gonna stay on.
He said she didn't want
to try, but I'm staying on.
He said she ain't want a 9 to 5, man. You can't blame her.
Nobody wants a 9 to 5, but goddamn, make it look good for us. I mean, this is for us. It's larger than just her. This is for us. It's for us, man. Yeah. How many damn criminals do we need, man? Shit.
Yep.
All right.
He said, don't forget that mixtape. I made you a mixtape. Are we still doing mixtape?
Fantastic Four, Smash or Pass? Are we getting?
No. Look, I'll say this because we got like 3 weeks until Fantastic Four, and the thing is, the remember we were talking about early on in July, there was the big 3 movies that were going to come out: Jurassic Park Rebirth, which I heard was shit because
garbage.
They've basically multi-evolutionized dinosaurs. There's like a whackadactyl, like basically a velociraptor mixed with a pterodon. So that made that movie wholly discreditable.
But it was basically The Hills Have Eyes meets Jurassic Park.
And it
was that bad.
That's maniac activity. We're not doing
that.
So we just heard Haas give up his non-spoiler review of the Superman movie, and he's already given it a 9. And some of the Party Nerds crew are also in agreement as to this. So the last, what's that?
At least a 9.
At least a 9. So the thing is, look, he said, Everett said, Warren Moon, Donovan McNabb, Tom Brady, pass. Well, Donovan McNabb always hit people in the ankles, so that's not really a pass. That's an incompletion. All right, so when we get to Fantastic Four, this is the thing. Because of the track record of the MCU in the past few movies, it is up to this particular movie before, which kind of is an indicator before Doomsday, before Secret Wars, before this next Spider-Man movie. If this movie don't hit, I mean, I realize the next slate of Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are pretty much the big Avengers joints, right? But this one in particular, because they've tried it twice now, 2 times. I'm not going to say that the Ian Grufford, Jessica Alba movie was trash, because for the time that it was in, it was an okay film. Chris Evans is Human Torch and everything like that. Okay film. Second one, not so much. Matter of fact, if you were watching very closely, we got our first look at Galactus in the second one, but he was a cloud, a swirly cloud. As a matter of fact, I think the only thing that they did get right was Silver Surfer. The CGI on the Silver Surfer in the second one was dope as hell. It was Doug Jones, who basically was the structure of the character. He was the guy playing Silver Surfer. Doug Jones, you may know him as Abe Sapien in Hellboy. So that's Doug Jones. He played Silver Surfer. The voice for Silver Surfer wasn't Doug Jones. It was Lawrence Fishburne. That was also great. And as a matter of fact, I gotta say, damn, our very first Doctor Doom that we saw in what was it? The first two what was it? The first two Fantastic Four movies just passed away, just like very recently. Damn, what was old boy's name? Julian McMahon. Julian McMahon was the very first Doctor Doom in those first two movies. He just passed away like 2 days ago, which is crazy because this movie is now going to well, I'm not going to say it's going to introduce us to Doctor Doom. Maybe we'll get a post-credit scene or anything like that. But Robert Downey Jr. is now assuming this role of Doctor Doom just the same way that he did in the Iron Man. But if we're looking at it from this context, the trailers have actually been pretty good. I feel like they still haven't shown us a lot. That post-credit scene that we saw at the end of Thunderbolts kind of gave away the game plan. Yes, he wasn't nip tuck, but the thing is, when we saw that post-credit scene, we've come to realize now, and anybody who was basically dumb and not necessarily understanding as to what is happening, their world's going to blow up, get eaten, maybe by Galactus or anything like that, and they're escaping. They come to Earth 616 at the tail end of Thunderbolts. So there's one particular frame in those Fantastic Four trailers of that world imploding, getting eaten, or the natural resources getting sucked dry from it, whatever, however it's particularly done. So this movie, how it's going to basically done, of course, they got a female Silver Surfer, which is probably going to be most of the comments tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see, because most of our comments,
Look, I already got a
most of our comments are from Facebook tonight. So just so you know and be clear, the sexists will be around. But the rest of the movie, you obviously get Pedro Pascal, who is in everything. To be honest, I haven't seen a series that he's been in where he's done awful. Maybe the last season of Mandalorian, but it's literally just his voice. You know, it's not his body. Oberyn, Lord of the Rings, he does everything. Last of Us, yeah, he just got murked, but still.
What about Wonder Woman?
What? Okay, Maxwell Lord, that was horrible.
You're all right. There it is. Just wanted to make sure.
Wonder Woman, I'm not hating. Pedro was trash in that movie. You're absolutely
exactly
right. I almost forgot, and thank you for bringing that back up because we all want to go back to the Party Nerds archives. We did a whole review of Wonder Woman 1984, and good God Almighty, I don't want to get into that because that shit was.
We fall down,
but
we get up.
Yes.
Y'all remember that track?
So obviously, Pedro Pascal has learned his lesson. So with the help of Vanessa Kirby, let's see, even Moss Baccarat from The Bear, and of course, what's his name from Stranger Things? Who we got? Damn, what's my man's name? Who's the new Human Torch? Damn, why am I not getting this right now? But obviously, they made all this play on the press runs that they've been doing overseas so far. They haven't done anything in the United States because the first screenings are like in a couple weeks, right? But the ones that they've been doing overseas, star power. That's all you've seen. So I'm not, and the one thing is they're keeping the reviews that are being done overseas tightly vested. They're not showcasing a lot, or better yet, what the reviews might be, because there has been press that have seen this movie. So I'm wondering exactly where we're going to be when we get there. Obviously, we get a comic accurate Galactus for the very first time. That's going to be huge, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's not one standing over the top of a planet. People have to understand, of course, being any type of comic accuracy, that yes, he shrinks when he doesn't feed. So that's what you're seeing, like this huge Galactus walking around in this one particular set of Earth. He gets bigger when he eats more. It's like Unicron. Same deal, you know. But of course, we put this question up here for everybody here on our socials, but then we came to realize that Instagram is down. So most of the comments that we got today are from Facebook. And I'm sad to say what we're about to read. So,
Thrilling.
will Fantastic Four be a smash or pass? He said, as long as I don't see a review saying the best MCU movie since Endgame, I'll be fine. All right, Jorge, strike up these damn questions. He said, I was hyped for Fantastic Four, but the more I see, the less I care. Yeah, Galactus looks cool, but all that soft shit with the characters is eh. Superman looks like if DC Animation made a live action film, which they should have been doing, and not the emo DCU. Damn, never heard it called the emo
Wow.
DCU. All right. Wait, what? All right, I need Ralphie on this. What does that say?
A box of ass.
A box
Okay?
of 2 boxes of ass. That's 2
Two
boxes,
boxes of
and
ass.
that's our very own Andre Walker, sir.
Shout out to Drake.
He said, currently, it's a pass for me. I'm sure it's good, but man, Superman is right there. And to be honest, Haas is in the car, and he might agree with that. Hit it. Damn, Jorge ain't striking him up as fast as he used to. Oh, he said Marvel and Disney can.
Oh
eat.
my
Damn.
goodness.
What did they do to you? You
Kyle,
must have went to Disneyland. And they must have fucked you over on some tickets. All right.
what is your deal?
Shit. He said, pass. Woke D.I. Easney. Have
Oh
no
my
doubt
God.
ruin this one as well. Look, we told you this is Facebook. Facebook has the worst of the worst.
No, seriously. Why? Why are they built like this? Why?
Because
What's happening?
mass media has ruined a lot of people. Another woke flop. See? Look. See? Facebook. Hit it. Pass. Woke 4. Oh my God. He said, I don't think you know what that word means, and you're just calling it woke because it's something you don't like. Nothing
That
about it is woke. Get a grip. You're pathetic.
There it is. Did he respond back to that person?
I don't know. I'm wondering.
Such an interesting thing.
Yes. He said, I'll pass. Pass so far. Haven't seen anything that is going to make me want to see it. Flop. Looks pretty lame. Pass. Pass looks horrendous. Pass. See? Facebook.
Dude, it literally is the skid row of.
Facebook is an amazing cesspool of people. There's definitely people I would like to hang with. No, no, this is all a lie. Go ahead. Hard pass. Don't like the casting of Sue and Johnny Storm. Also, how many times are we going to see? Are they doing their origin story? They're not doing the origin story. Also, just can't get past a woman Silver Surfer. Like, why? Because there is one in the comics. Plus, Marvel hasn't made anything other than total garbage for a while now. Plus, the MCU needs to be done. Then what you going to watch, Lou?
Word.
He's going to watch Yellowstone. It could just be okay. I'll take a pass on all superhero movies. Thank you. It's going to be good, but they won't make their money back. It looks fantastic, pun intended. I can't imagine this team ever being interesting. He said, would they rather see a naked silver man on a surfboard? See, Haas, they're not with you on the silver titties, man. Sorry.
Nope. You by yourself, buddy. Sorry.
Pass. It's Loom. Absolutely dog poo. Can't believe Pedro is in. It's going to ruin his career. What?
Wow.
Pedro? It looks really, really bad. Hot garbage, hard pass. It's already dead. A definite pass. Hopefully, it's the last of the awful MCU movies. Damn, yo, Jorge needs to like fucking flog this goddamn fan page. He said, "Show enough, I think so." Jorge, is that all you have?
Yeah, I was about to.
Is that all you have from the racist void?
That's it.
He said that is it. He said silver titties for the win.
No, seriously, I'm being super serious. Like
that.
What'd you say? That was that you said that was interesting.
That was interesting.
I really feel like we get absolutely nothing from Facebook. Like nothing, like smart, thought-provoking, mentally like nothing. It's just you guys and Facebook just literally just say, you know what, I'm gonna sniff dog shit today, and I'm gonna make sure everybody else understands how pissed off I am at the world, and I'm gonna make sure you all smell the same dog shit that I did. Like, why?
All those people are lonely.
Very,
very lonely.
But
haven't had a woman in a long time. He said
What?
That's the
F4 is going to be dope. Forget what they are talking about. They're definitely going
Thank
to
you, Mark.
do MCU versus DCU competition. He said Facebook is straight negative.
Like for real, Biggs. No, for real. Like I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, bro, this is so draining. Like,
I tell y'all what though, we are probably witnessing the shift in real time between
the
DC and
DCU,
Marvel.
the DCU MCU shift. James Gunn got it.
he's the key.
Like, because like we said, he has the blueprint, bro. Like he has the keys, he has the blueprint. So he's taking what was successful about Marvel, making it his own in DC to make sure it's not just like Marvel. Because you can't make a complete clone of Marvel. And I say clone because that's going to hit in the movie. Make sure y'all watch the movie. You can't make a carbon copy and expect it to be the same.
Haas, he ever said Gunn has it until the X-Men show up.
Yeah, but we're not. But here's the problem: we're not getting that X-Men movie for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna get it like in 6 years, maybe
Like,
7.
And that's the problem. So right now, this is the ship. The ship will be DC, and Marvel's gonna have to play catch up for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
We fall down, but we get up. Come on now. We fall down, but we get up. I think that's an appropriate song right now.
Because the Saint is just the sinner who fell down and got.
He got right back up. That's Marvel right now. Everybody singing it be come on.
Yeah. But
we fall down.
Obviously we covered a lot. Yes. So Haas, appreciate you, man, for giving us a little spoiler review. Of course, next week we will have a heavy spoiler review of course. Wait, hold on. X-Men and Blade is coming. I'm not giving up. And Ralphie hates sinners.
Got it. Just cut the show. Just cut the show. Just cut the show.
He said, "Damn, I missed the show. It's all right, man. We gonna catch you up, man."
God damn
it. Yeah, just watch it. You know, there goes racist Ralphie. We knew it was you all along.
So for everybody here at the Party Nerds crew, myself, Haas, Ralphie, the cameo from Jerv that happened earlier. The Jerv was here. They just got finished watching Superman, already getting a 9, and we got to go see this movie because there will be. You got to see it a second time. We got to confirm this, at least. So next week, spoiler review Superman next week. So for everybody here at the channel, thank you guys. Of course, you can check us out on all of our socials. Of course, Instagram, Facebook, X, so on and so forth. Here on YouTube, as you always are every single week. We will see you guys next week. Party Nerds go.
Party nerds, party nerds.